Hey guys, Nick here, and today we're going to go through how to make a new listing for a new product. Welcome to the show. So this page right here is from your Amazing Seller Central. You're going to go to Inventory, add a product. It'll take you here. As you can see, I have no active listings. Unfortunately, I ran out of inventory. I sold out too fast. First world problems, right? So you're going to create a new product listing, and I'm going to just keep following with, if you remember my previous video, how I do my my research process. I did a case study on earmuffs, and I'm actually planning to do another one as well, a more concrete one. But let's carry on with this one. So let's say this is the product we decided to do. We did our research, we did the keywords, we looked up the keywords, we made sure there's traffic, we analyzed it with Jungle Scout, and we found a supplier. Only now, after we pay the supplier, the original, I believe it's 30 to 40% depending on supplier. Once the payment has been made, only then you go into making a product listing. Up until now, there's no point of just making one. But once you've paid for it, well, now we can get into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually get Amazon to suggest some of the categories for us. So step one is we're going to look at the #1 seller in the baby earmuffs category that keeps coming up is this guy, and he's selling in baby, safety, outdoor safety, which is, the two subcategories of it. But we're also going to to maximize our chances. We're going to take a more logical approach and common sense approach, and just to see what Amazon will provide us. So actually, I copied the ASIN. I don't know why. We're going to just type in baby earmuffs. As you can see, I've already done that. And this will give us a variety of options. We definitely want to go with the baby category. So let's click through that. And this gives us a variety of options: bathroom safety, music and sound, bathroom safety again. I don't know what's going on there. But we're going to go with the same category that these guys have, which is outdoor safety. But now this is where we fill out our product name, manufacturer brand. So one thing you should know is all of this is editable down the line. So for the sake of an example, I'm just going to type in whatever makeup names, and then later on I'm going to edit it, and I'll show you how to properly edit a product name. So baby earmuffs by Nick. By Nick, manufacturer, this is your company name. This is the name that you don't really want to change. So even if now you're not really sure, like I was back in the day when I was first starting, what you should call your company, just, go with something general, like living safe, or living wild. I don't know, living wild, right? Brand is something that is basically, think of your company name, the manufacturer, which is your company name, Living Wild. Think of it as the umbrella company that will own these multiple brands. So let's say you're going to have a baby brand, which we'll call baby stuff, right? Kind of a terrible brand name, but for the sake of this video, we're going to call this baby stuff. And then anything else baby related, so for example, baby earmuffs, baby pajamas, baby cribs, baby toys, we're going to list it under this brand. But let's say sometime down the line we want to get into kitchen stuff, and let's say we want to make teaspoons. That's when we're gonna make a different brand name. So let's say Tea Time with Nick is what the brand will be called, and under that brand is what we're going to call. So think one company name containing multiple brand names, and that's how you kind of want to organize your store. Minimum manufacturer age recommendation. This is nothing really that I delved into too much for my first product, because I didn't really delve into the whole baby thing. But maybe this might be an important thing to look into, because if you say 3, and then an adult buys it for a 2-year-old, and they, let's say, bite a piece of plastic off, like there is some open kind of lawsuit cases, but I haven't really heard of anything like that. So let's just say we're going to put 24 months, right? That's when like the baby is more or less kind of becoming developed. Now you're going to need a UPC number. Now, for not so much for Amazon, but when you come off of Amazon, you will need that for selling in retail and distributing it yourself across other platforms other than Amazon. So this is a little bit of a long-term thinking. But for UPC number, what you want to do is, once again, I'm gonna go back to the amazing seller, Scott, shout out. He's got two guys. He's got UPC cheap codes and UPC easyupc.com. So I checked these guys out. They're right here. And for 10 codes, you will pay with the discount code that he has here, Amaze UPC. For 10 barcodes, you're going to pay $12. Now, originally, I used Nationwide barcode, and they charged me $15. So this is like pennies on dollar. This is really not that important, guys. So just, you know, don't, like, no point of reason. I just either go with this one or that one. You're still gonna get, you know, your barcodes, and you're gonna get your certificate of authenticity. So just, you know, grab these codes and then just basically assign one. You're gonna get a list of 10 codes. It's going to be UPC, and it's going to be EAN. And then 10 codes, they basically mean the same thing. They're interchangeable, right? So you'll see what I mean. And there's a description of it when you purchase it. So you're going to get a certificate which describes everything. And I'm actually going to quickly pause the video, put in the UPC code, and then hit next, save and finish. One sec. Okay, I put in a distinct UPC code in the back end there. And now we're at variations. For variations, this is not really important. I would just skip over this. Just fill out what's necessary just to have your listing up and running. It's not going to be live because there's no inventory, and that your inventory is still on being manufactured and it's on its way. So you have at least a good month for all this, but you want to get started with just like a rough draft so you can keep editing, keep thinking about it. So now the offer. What are you offering? So you could totally add this later, but it's really pretty easy, guys. SKU, I believe they give you one if you use FBA on their own. Condition is new, as it says here. Quantity, you just get one. Your price. So this is the price that you, not your sales price, not the price that you're going to sell it for. Let's say, for example, I'm selling a product for, I want to sell, like, eventually end goal is $20 for Amazon. I'm going to put my sales price a little bit more, anywhere between $25 and $30. Let's say $29.99, and I'll tell you the reason why later. So you want to add $5 to $10 on top of what you're planning to sell. Fulfill latency is, I don't think you need to fill this out, I believe, if you're using FBA. Fulfillment channel, should I add myself to the, nope, I want Amazon to ship, and this is for FBA only. If you're planning to start, like what I was talking about in my previous video about if you're starting with how to start with $1,000 or less, you want to fulfill this yourself. So then it becomes important, the fulfillment latency. How long will it take you to fulfill this item, right? But for now, we're gonna go just with Amazon. Doesn't matter. Images, I will cover that later in a separate category. Description, this is where we're going to write professional description, and this will be in a separate video, but let's just put, for the sake of, you know, moving forward, baby earmuffs. Keywords is going to be a huge one. Once we create the listing, once again, it's going to be a separate video. I don't want to just kind of cram everything together for you guys. Dimensions, based on what the box is. So the length, let's say, you know, 12 by 12 by 12 inches. Weight, we're looking at about 2 pounds, maybe even 1 pound, I'd say. So depending on whatever your product is. Maximum manufacturer age, I don't know, 21. Don't use these earmuffs because they're for babies. Just don't do it. And then model number is anything you want. Earmuff 1, 2, 3. Or earmuff 1, right? Maybe you're gonna go with different earmuffs down the line. There'll be different colors or different shapes and sizes. So you're going to, you know, have 2, 3, 4, 5. It's basically for internal use for yourself, more than anything. Any kind of safety warning you need to include. You know, I would do more research on here. Maybe, you know, take a look at their listing, see if they kind of have any safety issues. I'd also go one step further and actually check out their website to see if they can have any safety mentions there. So weight, this is all depending on the product. Fabric type, you know, depending what the earmuffs are made out of, you know, whatever it's definitely not cotton, at least I wouldn't think so, but, you know, plastic and whatever the soft materials are. Specific uses for this, I'm not sure, to be honest. This is more of just like alphanumeric string, 50 characters. So just, you know, for babies with sensitive ears, baby ear protection. You can get pretty creative with this. I notice I'm skipping all the major important stuff. So keywords, description, images. I want to delve into those in separate videos. This is just kind of like the backend stuff that I didn't really find to be, you know, super important. So I don't know what are they made out of. Let's say leather and plastic, maybe. You know, you can add more. Is there plastic? Plastic, awesome. Plastic and leather. Ba-bams. And I believe that's it. What did I miss? Vital info. So delete my UPC card. Okay, let me put that in. Save. Click save and continue. And 1 sec, I'll be right back.